Tonight on Hipstar Tonight. Now available on iTunes. Purchases now online at hipstar.ca. The original 1-800-NEED-A-GIMMICK.com. Please send your contributions to the Heart and Soul Foundation. It is tonight. Tonight on Hipstar Tonight.
That's my warm-up, sounding like I don't want to do this.
Nobody wants to do it.
Monday, June 19th, 2017. I just get home. I'm stopped by some guy and some ratty-looking girl. Whatever their hobbies and curricular activities were, I'm not going to judge them. I try not to.
Birdo.
He stops me and he's like, man, it's you. You're the guy. You're the guy. Sends his lady upstairs and puts me aside. And he's like, man, how do I get in your line of business? Right away, I knew he was talking about the meth head that just recently moved in that sells and makes crystal meth. So I said, that wasn't me. But immediately, how my street smarts turned to that, how I knew right away that he wasn't talking about the fact that I've been a performance artist, independent wrestler for a dozen years. Not the guy that promotes his shows on the front of his apartment door, puts up different dates each weekend. Not that guy. No, the money's in crystal meth. So
I know. Yesterday was Father's Day, and
happy Father's Day, everybody.
I went to my father's house to give him a gift.
Okay, Pistol J.
And he disowned me as a son. He does not want me as a performance artist to be in this line of work anymore, much like how, the people wanted to follow you.
Yeah.
He thinks that I'm too old to be doing this wrestling shit, as he calls it.
He just
told me that I grew up a fuck up in life. Grew up I didn't think my son would be standing next to a guy named Congo Kong, when I should be, I guess a banker or running NASA or something.
The only good use for a Congo Kong is as a gas fitter. You know your work, and it's not out there for the people. Nobody asks for attention. Okay, Dad.
That's what happened. Yeah, and because of this, my father now hates me and never wants to see me again. And,
of course. Your gift, it wasn't even that good. You got him some edibles for Father's Day. So
the man that once took me to the C&E grandstands on Father's Day, my birthday, to watch Hulk Hogan slam Andre the Giant in front of 70,000 screaming fans.
It's his fault
now
too.
Doesn't want me in that line of work.
I know. He got you into it. He made the interest, and he couldn't even be responsible enough to support you when it got carried away. Yeah, exactly. Because it was good back then. But no, it's not good now. The line of work you want to get in is being an electrician. That's what you want to do.
My father had to tell me at the age that I'm at now, he's built 2 houses and had 6 figures in the bank. And
of course, they will.
I have nothing but like a gas bill, and from going to town to town to town, and paying to be on these indie shows because I don't actually make enough to. They actually pay out more than to what I get paid to get on them, so it doesn't make
spending your own money
financial sense to him
to get to Hagersville.
I don't know. I try to write it off my taxes, but I guess none of this is fucking working. So fuck.
It used to be the biggest fib for the longest time. You can't actually get away with it. Oh yeah, I had to buy 3 pairs of Trace knee pads this year, so it was for my job. It's like safety boots. No, man. Sick.
Well, I told my accountant that I had such a sweet angle last year where, Cody turned on me and he became the babyface winning the championship, and I was with Congo Kong, so I had to buy new gimmicks. He wouldn't send it in. No one's taking me seriously for this is what bothers me. Everybody tells me to take the business seriously. Go to these schools, the Battle Arts, the Scott Demores, the Jake Roberts out in Vegas.
You know the advice. You know it
I can
already.
take it seriously, but the audience doesn't take me seriously. And then my friends and fans don't take me fucking serious. You've seen what happened last time I went to Rockpile.
Yeah. Sick. Disgusting. You're just disrespected.
I think that I've worked my way up to being Ontario's greatest manager, better than Jesse Jones and everything, and then the next thing I know, the fans don't think about that when I come out. They don't think that at all. They just think that I'm just some fucking schmo that they can laugh at.
No.
you know?
No respect, man. No regard.
Yeah.
And I feel that too. What a head knocking walking weekend I had. You know, you drive.
Right.
Exactly right. You drive up to the Hagersville. You spend a bunch of
Right.
money because I'm hungry and I gotta need some gas money. And Rob Gosling isn't pitching enough. Which, by the way, don't take a ride if you're not giving enough gas money. But
Oh, you're kidding. You didn't hop in a car with him, did you?
yeah, you got stuck with him because D-Man's like in all positive vibes. I'm a nice guy trip now. So he just like picks everybody up. Yeah, whatever, man. It's fine. Okay.
Fine.
Whatever. You get stuck
How
with...
could you get in a car with Rob Gosling? Like, before you get into the Hagersville show,
It's not like I wanted to, and it's not like I had the choice. If I was driving, it would have been different.
Drive?
All right? I don't know. Because he lives up in Islington. That's why. Nobody drives up there. Nobody knows what cars are. They have a different kind of Wi-Fi. But none of the point, okay? Listen... And D-Man especially, you know, living on the edge. He's all positive vibes and just wants to stay up late and have crazy nights, man. And I'm exhausted. And Lucha Fest, you know, that ended up turning out great. My match was pretty good. It was pretty good. Then again, it's still like 2 a.m. and D-Man's like, oh, I want to get some shots of Sweet Graffiti. Let's go for a walk. And I'm like, fuck, man. We're just staying up all night, man. It's great to have him over, but I was exhausted at work yesterday, and I was supposed to, especially after getting some heat for our podcast last week, I was still supposed to do the Sunday show. But I come home after my shift, and I fucking pass out. Alarm doesn't go off. Bunch of calls because the phone's on silent, and you don't hear it. And everybody's like, don't no-show, bro. And I've never no-showed until now. I slept through my alarm. That's the most fucking pathetic excuse that I cannot forgive myself for. Fucking.
You're kidding me. You missed the Rockpile show?
So I didn't go to the Rock Pile, but maybe for the best. Maybe it was karma. Maybe it was karma after the way we were treated on our Wednesday show. For being honest,
right.
For being the very like opinionated podcast journalist, and we shouldn't have to suffer for that. You know, after that episode, after it aired, Jay, I got all these messages from the 2 super fans trying to explain themselves like they were on the podcast too. But they're writing like, oh, here's what you didn't know, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Listen, we're just opinionated podcasters with a show where we want to talk about how we feel. We're no crappy fucking weekly wrestling podcast who's going to be like, oh, how'd you get into wrestling? Did you like when you did that? Oh, you're so great. Well, at least we don't do that, all right? We're our own fucking unique entity, and I'm going to always remain that way. I'm myself. And I'm also a fuck-up that fucking missed the show, so I do believe karma had something to do with that. It played against me.
I was going to say this on Social Media Wednesday, but
it's not.
I did also get a message from superfan Bernadette Johnstone.
Okay.
Who explained to me that she read your messages between you and Davin, and you were trying to explain that everything is a rib.
Yeah.
And I don't know that she takes it seriously, so I had to, then, calm Bernadette down because she wants the world to know that...
Yeah.
That something with Rob Rage. I don't remember,
something like that, right? Whatever. Okay.
Robert, I don't know the facts, and
exactly.
I think that the show sounded very convincing. That I was dumping on her and Davin on Friday that I don't know, or Wednesday, and I like to send my deepest apologies because
you are going to apologize. You're really going to back off and go against what you said now.
It's the first time. I'm not going against what I said, but I'm going to admit something. I have a confession to make here on air.
Oh, great.
It's for the past year now. Probably since last year's Comic-Con.
Okay. Uh-oh.
I have found myself attracted to Bernadette Johnstone.
We know this. You've been trying to get with her for quite some time now.
Yeah. She has, the most beautiful profile picture with the breasts. And I just... can't bring myself to tear myself down and if she's unhappy with the podcast. And I was shy during the social media conversation. I didn't bring it up. I was just listening to Zach. I tried to put the heat on you mostly.
Really? Yeah, you threw it on me. Of course you did, all right? You gotta take responsibility for this show too, all right? And Jay, I know exactly what you're doing here. This isn't you talking. It's the boobs talking. Your eyes are set on the boobs. You're just looking straight at the chest, and it's completely ignorant, all right? Support the show and support your words. You're just you're thinking about your dick. Don't disrespect me like this, all right? Just because I don't have a fucking set of knockers. Get over yourself, man.
Oh, God, I don't know how to make my move. Like last time I seen Bernadette, she was
okay.
manning the Comic-Con line for Sting.
Yes, of course.
And I like kind of like I got it in me to approach her because she was wearing like the yellow Comic-Con shirt and looked hot, right? And I just
the supporting, I love the support. It makes me
got
hot.
up to her and she was yelling at some kids like, if you don't want to listen, get to the back of the line. And she yelled so mad. I don't know, like.
Wow.
Bernadette
Yelling at her own
too,
kind.
like for some reason, I don't know why, maybe this is something sick, but sometimes I look at her face when she's angry, and I've seen it at ringside a million times. I've just looked over after taking a bump onto the floor, and there's Bernadette's face. And sometimes it kind of reminds me of my grandma that just died. Like, it's just, it's just like that anger.
Wow, you're channeling something here.
I always seem to hit that emotional button with her, and how do I take it off and hit the, romantic one? I don't know.
I think you're channeling something different. Maybe you're mourning for your mother figure. You're a superior. You're looking for something like that, and you know that somebody as responsible as Bernadette is, that
a mother.
You that's what you need, and you just want to place your head on the boobs for hours. And you know what, Jay, you're a grown man. No wonder why your father thought that you should have been a construction worker. You got to grow up, man. We got to grow up at some point, and that's what I'm thinking. I got this fucking rock back of my head right now after fucking last weekend's concussed fucking good time, and I'm still feeling it, and it really affected me this weekend.
Well, let me ask you this: was tonight the night you were supposed to face the D-Man?
Yeah, I was supposed to do. I was really looking forward to that.
Like, why are they trying to ruin the tag team for one? Like, who's booking this?
Either way, get over it. Okay, that's not the focus. Listen, man. I need to grow up. I need to work on this, because sitting here just being bitter because we don't got the bookings that we used to, I get over it. All right, I gotta move on and find happiness in other ways, because I'm fucking hurting right now. Missing Sunday is so unlikely. I will never forgive myself for doing that. So even though I stand by what I said on Wednesday, I still supremely apologetic for being that guy. And I can't say that I didn't no-show, because I no-showed. I slept in. My head's just fucked right now. And it's been this way ever since I went in this den.
I don't think it's that big of a deal that you missed the show.
It is a big deal, all right? It's my own fucking personal pride right now that I put on the line.
Maybe it was a sign that you were supposed to stay with Death Proof all along and not turn on Papa Proof.
That's right.
And especially on Father's Day, turn on Papa Proof. And go with the Brand X show.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't karma. Maybe it's karma on Davin that he doesn't get a superstar like the hip stars I got against, and especially doesn't get to ruin an angle that Hogtown's been building for years in creating the life of the party.
Right. They completely ignored.
Maybe this is on Davin. Like, I don't want to be I don't want to get messages saying that, but I just think that. I think it's a beautiful conspiracy, and it's a wonderful way of looking at it, actually. Right.
So, thanks. That makes me feel a little better. But it's still,
of all the years, you've missed one show in all the years that I've known you, including the TWA Powerhouse shows. And, it's just like big deal. Like, you know what? Think of it this way. He deserves it.
Okay. Fair enough.
You deserve it. You deserve that show to crumble. You deserve not to get the life of the party.
Yeah.
And to message us over a podcast when I have the complete right to express my opinion. And you know what?
You're right.
I don't want to be the next victim. I don't want to be the next defendant in court for this guy.
Yeah.
But I believe that we're doing the right thing as a team, as a duo, as fellow podcasters.
Sticking it to it. Yeah. Love it. Have to turn that frown all the way on the other side and just be a positive thinker like the fucking D-Man is, who he just is almost borderline nihilist. He doesn't give a fuck about anything. It's a Monday. When you start your week with some positive thoughts, you have no choice but to be a powerful man. Tonight on Hipstar Tonight.